everybody. It's Mr. D and we're here for another craft at the library. And today's craft is going to be a sun catcher, something you can hang up in your window somewhere. Now you're gonna need a couple of things for this. And the most important thing is you're gonna need some kind of lid. It could be a plastic lid, a metal lid. Doesn't really matter as long as it's not too deep of a lid. It's gotta be kind of shallow. Something to work on. I've got a plate so you don't make a big mess on the table. You're gonna need some food coloring. Doesn't really matter what color. And you're going to need at least a couple of Q-tips. You don't need a whole bag. That's just me because I'm a children's librarian. And you're gonna need some glue. Again, you don't need a giant bottle like this. Just a little would do. And not right away, but you will need a pair of scissors at one point. All right, so let's get started. This one's pretty simple. It's gonna go real quick. So the first thing we're gonna do is get our lid, and we're gonna pour enough glue in there. Oh, if I can get my cap open. Oh. See, this is why you wash your lid off, put it back on your glue bottle. So you're gonna pour this in there until it fills up the lid, but not too much. Otherwise, it's going to go right over the edge of your lid, and that's not good. So you're gonna give it a second to spread out, and we'll help it a little bit here, because we want it to cover most of the inside of the lid here. Okay, I want it kind of spread out so it's not all bunched up in the middle here. Okay. Yep, I think that's close enough. So next, we're gonna pick the colors you want. I recommend sticking to no more than 2 colors. If you want to add a whole bunch, it's up to you. But if you add too many colors, it's just going to mix together and create like a brownish, ugly color, which you don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and do blue. And I'm just going to drop a couple of drops around the edges here, and you'll see why in a minute. And go ahead and put some green in there. Okay. All right, and now we're ready to start mixing. So we're gonna grab a Q-tip. And this is where the scissors can come in handy, because what you wanna do is cut off one of the ends here. Okay. And then you're gonna stick that in here and just swirl it around until you get the colors spread out the way you want them and make the kind of design you want. And I like to have mine spread out over the whole thing, so I am mixing up as far as I can here. Okay. All right, so see, it looks pretty nice. That's a nice little swirly design there. And that is pretty much it. Now you gotta play the waiting game, which is gonna be hard, but you want to let this sit and dry for at least 2, maybe even 3 days. And it will go by a little bit faster if you can put it on a windowsill or something where it can get some sun. But once those 2 or 3 days are past, you can pop it out of the lid, and when you do, it's gonna look kind of like this. And see how you can kind of see my hand through here? And that tells you it's gonna let in some sunlight. Now when you pop it out of the lid, you're probably gonna have a layer of glue on the edge like this, which is what you're gonna want you to use your scissors to cut off. so that it looks nice and trimmed. See, there we go. Then once you get it to this point, you can tape it up to the window, punch a hole in it and hang it on something. It's up to you, but it looks nice, and I hope you enjoy yours once you're finished with it. And that about does it for our craft today. So see you later.